Hey folks, this is Vince with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly check out Dice Tribe's Ambitions. This is a game that you can find on Steam for about $10 or so. I did cover this game about 2 years ago, but that preview build was, not as fleshed out as the build is now, and that video was fairly long, so I wanted to create something shorter. So this is a dice worker placement game. There's scenario, custom settings, draft, there's random settings, there's multiple ways to play this game, and the ultimate goal is to complete one of the many ambitions for that particular run. You can kind of choose what ambitions to go after, but your ultimate goal is to complete an ambition in order to win that run. And for those of you unfamiliar with worker placement or board games in general, the worker placement genre typically involves players assigning workers to various spots on a board in order to take different effects. Well, in this game, you're going to be rolling dice and then assigning those dice to various locations to gather food, wood, stone, different resources like that. And using those resources, you can build more structures that will help you modify your dice and do other cool things. There are also something called death events in this game. And if you're in custom mode, you can customize not only those, but a lot of other things as well. But these death events are like, they'll come up every now and again, and if you don't assign the right dice to those death events, you lose the run. So not only are you worried about food, keeping your villagers happy, because for every dice you have, that's one food you have to pay. So you can grow your village. You can have 12 dice if you want, but then you have to pay 12 food every round. So you're managing food, you're trying to take care of these death events. Typically, it's better to expand your dice pool because, RNG, you're rolling dice. So the more dice you have, the more options you have. Now, what's cool about this game is that you can actually change a regular six-sided villager die into something special. Like there's special like woodcutters, for example, that only have like 3s and 4s on them. I'm just making crap up. But there are different people that you can be, like you can assign these dice to, and they will permanently change the color of that die, and they will give them different faces. And that helps you roll what you need. So explorers, for example, will get bonuses on the explore action. Or, if you've got a farm, for example, and you want to make a farmer that specializes in getting these particular dice faces, you want to get a farmer, and then that way there's a greater chance of rolling what you need. Again, to sort of hone in on that, for example, if the farmer die will double whatever the result is if placed on the farm spot. So like you want to specialize. So it's really cool how that all works out. I really like that. Now, the biggest complaint I have with this game is the interface. It's not very customizable. Because of my poor eyesight, sometimes I have trouble seeing a particular symbol or whatever. And the developer even said, based on the way the game was created, changing the UI and being able to blow up the UI and increase the scaling, that's not really a thing. So, yeah, unfortunately, that's really the only problem I have with this game. But there's so much more to it than that. You are limited to 6 buildings per row or 6 locations per row. So you can't just build all these structures. You have to kind of pick and choose what you want for that particular one. All in all, I really like this game. It has a lot of replayability. It has a lot of different ways to beat it, a lot of different ways to play it. So if you're interested in dice rollers and dice placement games, you'll really like this. There's a lot to do here. It's one of those underrated gems, and I think we need more games like this because it's really a cool game. And I hope the developer adds more to it at this point, but I know he's working on other things as well, like Crop Rotation is another game that he recently released. So with that being said, there is a demo, so give it a shot before you buy it. This is Vince. Thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all next time. Take care.